Hello! This is gonna be a pick card reading with 4 piles, and my intention as of now is to begin with a meditation, then do a collective reading, and then the 4 readings. If you don't want to do the collective reading or meditation, you can go, and I'll have put in the comments or description box pile selection for the piles. This is a reading, this is a video, not just a reading because it's a meditation too. This video is for all creatures. So if you're a human and it sounds like these messages don't quite fit for a human, take what resonates and leave the rest, because it could be for some other beings. And it could also be that the messages aren't for the other beings, but it's about the other beings, so I'd be speaking as if it's for the other beings perhaps. However, the message is for you to hear about these messages for the other beings in order for you to understand something about them. Yeah, I think that's everything. There's kind of an energy of nurturance that I want to bring to today's reading too. You'll see in the pile selection that I've selected ovally shaped crystals for the piles, and it just feels very womb, sacral chakra, seed, inner childy. Yeah. Okay, so let's begin with the meditation, shall we? So, get comfortable if you wish to get comfortable. Maybe you want to bring some sacred items around you to create an intentioned space. You can get some intentions if you get the intentions, like go off and go on an adventure to collect them. Create some intentions if you so desire for this meditation, whether that be to recenter or to connect with some particular energies, to just bring in more love, to feel the presence of what currently is, to open yourself up, to be more receptive of the energies that will be coming through during the readings. This energy I'm tapping into already feels quite, I want to say powerful in a delicate way. So I think that this meditation could bring a lot of soothing energies, so that the messages that come through later can kind of have a soft blanket to land on. I want to note that I have a feather in front of me. Maybe some of you want to bring a feather around you as you deepen your awareness of the presence. Just begin by becoming more and more aware of what presently is. You can do this in a seated or laying down position if you want. You can close your eyes. You can place your hands in specific positions or mudras, or you can put your arms to the sky to bring in divine energy in a funny pretending as if it's not already within you. Or you can simply go about your day listening to this in whichever way feels most resonant for you, whichever way you want to experience this, whichever way you experience the term, the word, the experience of meditation itself. Everything is okay. Your way is perfect. invite you to become more and more aware of your breath, the life force that comes in and out, breathing air into your body, giving life to all of your being in this experience, and letting that life out, the life that goes on to give life to so many more beings and experiences. And as you bring awareness to this, feel the relaxation of peaceful knowing that all is cyclical and all is well. All is well because life simply is. All is well because life simply moves. It moves naturally. There's nothing you need to do in order to create a life. There's nothing you need to do in order to simply exist. Your existence is present, and present is your existence. Allowing yourself to feel into the energies that are flowing through you. Maybe you're seeing them in colors, maybe you're feeling the sensations of energy flow through you. Maybe you're aware of a stream of love and light flowing all the way from the top of your head to the tips of your feet. I wanted to say the tips of your belly. Allowing this space to be exactly what you make of it. It doesn't have to be calm and soothing. It can be fun and energetic if you want, because there's no right way of being. You already are the right way of being. Maybe you'd like to bring awareness now to all the paradoxical elements of life and how when we allow them all to be in existence, all that doesn't make sense, all that brings worry or struggle is also simultaneously bringing peace and contentment. Because in its essence, it is all one, it is all the same, it all unites. And so I'm going to bring us back to this message again of all is well. All is well in this present moment, and this meditation is allowing you to feel that more and more within your body, because your spirit already knows it. Your spirit knows the truth of your soul, the truth of yourself. And what we're doing is simply drawing that truth, that knowing, deeper into Gaia, or whatever planet you're on. Deeper and deeper into the existence that you're experiencing. Maybe you want to take really, really deep breaths in and out. Or maybe you just want to bring awareness to the natural flow of your breath without needing to change anything. It's okay to change, and it's okay to not change too. Everything is moving for you. Everything is still for you. Everything is for you because you are everything. You are everything, and everything loves you because love is everything. You are love. You are everything. Feeling that connection between yourself and everything around you. Feeling that knowing that We are all family. We are all friends. We are all together, including that which doesn't even yet exist, that which once existed and that which will exist, as well as that which does exist, as well as that which will never exist. We're all connected. We're all the same one creature. Creature of love. I'm gonna stop talking for a while now so you can deepen into the state of being you've come to. And then in a while I'll come back and we'll awaken. But for now, allow yourself to feel into what is, knowing that I'm right here with you and that you're safe. Now, if you want to continue in this state, feel free to pause the video or turn your device off, or turn the volume down. But for those of you who are ready, we're gonna reawaken to our bodies, to the present moment more. Reawaken to I'm not sure what quite to call it. It's a different state of being. Reawakening to the state of being you feel called to reawaken to, or to awaken to, as we now are ready to begin the collective reading. So you can open your eyes or tap your body, whatever you want. I just saw someone rolling around on the floor. Maybe you want to roll around on the floor. Okay, I want to note that I'm tapping the floor. Maybe some of you want to intentionally ground your energy. Maybe getting a black or red crystal. Or imagining roots growing down, whatever works for you. Okay, so bye bye if you're leaving me here, if you just wanted to come for the meditation. Or hello, let's continue to the reading part, the collective's reading. I wanted to use my deck first, but my hands just went immediately to Spirit of the Animals Oracle. I wonder if a lot of the people who connect with my videos love this deck, or like there's just some sort of resonance in particular for when I use this deck on video. Like I always feel drawn to it when I'm doing readings for others. And there might be a message in that for someone. There could be a message of realizing your heart's truth, your heart's desire, through understanding the way that you interact with others, through understanding what you gravitate towards. I can see this being in several ways. For example, perhaps some people feel like they have been misguided, they have not been doing what they love because of the connections they're around. But for most of you, I feel like this is about recognizing a part of your inner child comes out when you are interacting with others, and there's some insight to be had with that. So at the back of the deck we have Elephant. Greatness, right? Yeah. Greatness. Love is your strength, yeah. What even is that message? Because it felt so right. Love is your strength. We're definitely tapping into that which you love, and that you do love. The way I'm seeing it right now is like, I am more connected to my love of this deck when I become aware that I always gravitate towards this when I'm connecting with you, with others. So there's something that you gravitate towards surrounding others, or maybe something you like to provide others. Yes, I think this could be it. Something that you love to provide others is actually the thing that you love to provide yourself with. And I think that there hasn't been like there hasn't been an epiphany or like a click within you of, wow, like I love this. It's like something that you do a lot, or that even occasionally you do, but it's surrounding what you do for others, or when you're around others. No, I feel like it's particularly what you want to provide the world with is what you love. It's what you love. That's what you love. It's not even necessarily that's what you love to provide yourself with. It is that, but it's not necessarily just that. I feel like it's more about like the realization of like, oh wow, like this is my passion, like this is something I love. Yeah, okay. So Elephant, greatness, love is your strength. Leadership, and yeah, love is your strength too. It's not just something that you love, but it's actually something that you both thrive on, but also your strength. It's something that you're good at. There's no I want to get one of my cards now, because there's no, I can't think of the word for that. Strength. It's like a skill, but there's a particular word, I feel like, or a particular explanation that could go with that. I think I want this one. I said I think I want this one. I don't usually say that. Oh, I'm bringing awareness to it now. This one came out the other day. You're coming to understand your soul at a very deep level. I'm seeing this very past lifey. I'm seeing it like there are loads of different elements that you've experienced, and you're becoming more aware of them. You're perhaps connecting to other star systems or planets or fields of work within the realm that you're familiar with. You're connecting to more of something, and it's like branching out somehow, And it's allowing you to see who you are and have more appreciation for that which you love. Having more appreciation for being yourself, because you're recognizing more of what you love. You're seeing more of who you are. Yes. I feel like I might have said that before. You're seeing more of who you are. I feel like I might have said that twice just then, but the second time I said it, it felt different. And why am I explaining that? It's like I felt the need to explain that. There is a message of things go deeper for you, in that there's more to something that you love, or more to you, than you're currently seeing. Because with me saying the same sentence twice, but they came from different places, it's like on the surface something is very plain, or maybe two things are the same, but when you actually feel into them, they're different. Droplets. Droplets, stars, graves, I just heard. And I'm noticing how I felt like if I said the word graves quickly, people wouldn't be able to hear me saying the word, so I felt like I needed to announce it more like elongatedly in order to be able to hear it properly, which is again like the same message of there's a need to look at something more deeply. There's more to something. There's more to something. And the actual did we finish reading the elephant greatness? No, we didn't. Leadership is your path. Your wisdom, and there's something there already. Leadership is your path. Because I feel like there's something you're really good at, but you haven't recognized that. Or you haven't, maybe you think that your leadership comes in another area, or you think that your leadership skills just simply aren't as profound and deep as they truly are. Or maybe it's like you're aware that, like maybe you're aware in your mind, like you have that sentence, like I am a leader, but you don't embody that. I felt that, and then when I went to say it, it unclicked again for me. So there's something that just isn't clicking for you, and I feel like it has to do with what you provide like the world with, or what you do, which is entangled with who you are. So very plainly, or normally, at least for humans, well, what are the words? Life path. You could be really pondering your life path at this time, or there's a call to ponder your life path. But the word life path isn't fitting. It's like all the words I'm saying aren't quite fitting. Nothing's quite fitting. And that's the message of how you're feeling. It could be that you feel like you found what you want to do, or like you found your calling, but it doesn't quite fit. I just felt like I felt a spider crawl along me then. Spider. I'm not sure of that message, but it might come through in a bit. So leadership is your path. I feel like maybe you just don't think that you're ready, or you don't... Okay, I'm gonna keep going. I'm noticing the big ears on the elephant too. Maybe you're a great listener, and maybe that's tied in with this, because there's definitely that something to do with yourself and others. And the tusks, I'm noticing that too. Them too. I actually want to hold that up for a bit because I feel like some people might... You might get messages from it, or you might even just be able to soak in the energy. I feel like some of you haven't taken in that this is an elephant. The animal, an elephant on Earth. Maybe elephants are on other planets too, but I know that they're on Earth. Such small eyes compared to such a big body. Big bid body. Bid. Auctions. Now I'm remembering how elephants, like, aren't their tusks like sought like from poaching for like medicine or something? Yeah, it's like something within you is really valuable for healing others. Something within you is sought by others. But I feel like you're just like an animal living, just maybe you're not sure if you quite want to provide that which you know you're really good at providing. Maybe you don't think that. Yeah, maybe the thing that you're really good at, you know that you could do really well with, you could help a lot of people with. You're not sure if it's something that you want to pursue because you think that you don't love it and you want to follow your passion, your love. And I think then the message here is like, actually you love it more than you think. That's what it feels like. It feels like it's in your nature. Like the reason you're so good at it is because you've just had such a passion for it over so many lifetimes. You've loved this for eons. That is why you're good at it, because you've just done it so much because you love it. But it feels like something that you have mastered, and so there's almost like you feel like you're at the top of your game. Maybe it's like you are this huge elephant, greatness, leadership. Like you're I feel like you might be kind of seeking a challenge, as opposed to, like, in your mind, seeking a challenge as opposed to going with what is easy. But I feel like there's recognition that wants to come through of the thing that you're really good at that is easy is something that you love. Okay, let's keep reading. Your wisdom inspires everyone you meet. And I think the thing is that you know this. It's like, yeah, what's the point? Maybe those words. It's just, I feel like those words didn't click for some people, but maybe they clicked for others. Okay, you can overcome any problem. You will naturally and easily achieve success. Yeah, it's like you know that you could naturally and easily achieve success with this thing. You just don't know if that's something you want. The you can overcome any problem is sticking out to me. You can overcome... Did I say you can naturally and easily overcome any problem? I didn't mean to. I feel like I didn't say that. Why am I thinking that I said that? You can overcome any problem. This may have been something that you have gone back and forth with a lot. You may have tried this but lost passion for it, or you may have, I don't know, maybe things just didn't seem to work out. Underneath is fox clever. I also want to note that I still, you know that card that I got at the start? Like, this has been the back of the deck. There's an actual card right in front of me that I haven't been reading. I keep looking at it, staring at like one particular part of it, but I haven't read. Oh, I'll show it to you now. It's Raven Shaman. I hadn't even read the word shaman. Maybe not the word raven either, but I knew it was a raven. Mountain. Yeah, this definitely feels about quote unquote career. I don't want to say that though. It's like something you want to pursue, or you're not sure if you want to pursue. So fox, clever. I feel like there's something here. You are swift and smart. Solutions to problems are easily found. Always listen to your instincts. Resources surround you. Be open to romance. Yeah, it's again like, this is just something that you find really easy. You find this really easy. Maybe, why did you, because I'm feeling like you stopped. Like it wasn't that you, because this is something that you're so good at, you love, so it's definitely something that you've done in this lifetime. Why did they stop? Why did you stop? Or what's holding you back from doing this? There we go. We have balance. Yeah. Balance at the back. Take time to relax, indulge a little more or less, set boundaries with your work. One potential is that you like dove in and then you felt like overwhelmed by it, or you felt like you didn't want your entire life to be that, which is what you had created, and then the message is to be like, actually you don't need it to be your entire life, you can just dabble in it. Maybe cycles. Yeah, there's, everything has its right time. Honor the cycles of your body, tune into the moon's magic. It wasn't time yet. But now it's time, or it's at least time to have some epiphanies surrounding it. But it could also be that you're really trying to do this and then you're wondering and questioning, like, if it's not working out, then does that mean this isn't my path kind of thing, that I'm not supposed to be doing it, quote unquote supposed to. So that could be how you're feeling, and then the message is, it just isn't time. Like, honoring the ebbs and flows with balance and cycles. I really do feel like it could have been that you've been very hot and cold with it, as opposed to like lukewarm continuously. So, or it doesn't even have to be lukewarm continuously. It could definitely be that you're being called to take the hot and cold route with it, and knowing that when it's cold, that's okay. It's fine to feel, to not feel like doing it, and that doesn't mean that you don't love it, and that doesn't mean that you won't want to do it again. It's just, that's the cycle that you're flowing through. There are reasons for everything. Yeah. Just because something is happening that seems contradictory, it doesn't mean that that's negating the other thing. Maybe someone got something from that. Yeah, okay, so that's why you stopped, or that's kind of what's going on. Let's read the actual, what seems to be like it will be the actual message for this. Raven Shaman, or maybe this is just going to be confirmation for all that I've already said. Oh yeah, I want to note that the thing that I was staring at was like this. It was particularly the one with the long nose / beak. Are beaks noses? Oh my god, imagine if beaks were noses. I can't even imagine it. I'm trying to imagine like a mouth below the beak. Okay, what is the message of that? sensing. Like, yeah, like if beaks were noses, that would be like extremely intuitive, extremely picking up on what's going on. Because there's a lot going on, and it's not in the physical normal, quote unquote, normal world. It's not just surface level. This is happening across lifetimes. You may resonate with having parallel lives. I don't really know how I feel about parallel lives right now, because it feels like I feel like it's again, like, oh, okay, now I see it. Do I no, okay, I don't explain that. Yeah, I'm seeing loads of like body parts that sense. So I feel like your message is to follow the tide, to follow the waves, to tap into all of your senses of trusting the flow of life. You are the creator and magician. Use your gifts for good. There is power in your wisdom and words. Connect with the elemental spirits and glide through the void. Yeah, the void. Connect with the elemental spirits and glide through the void. Elemental spirits, that's making me think of creation. It's kind of making me think of now I'm getting, okay, this is purely, I feel like, coming through because I've heard it on like other picker cards given to me too often. Like Avatar: The Last Airbender. It's about he has like all the different elements, right? I haven't watched it, so I don't know. What was the point of me saying that? Connect with the elemental spirits and glide through the void. It's like, bring all that you know and feel, and like, I don't know, this message is like, bring your essence through even when you feel unsure. Even, it's not even necessarily when you feel unsure, it's more like when the world is not making sense, or when the world is making sense in a way that isn't seemingly the way you thought it was gonna go, or the way that seems to align with what you have inside. It's like, don't lose that what you have inside, and the knowing and connection and your passion and love. Don't lose your creation, don't lose your knowing. Claim your place as keeper of the mysteries. Shaman. There's one message. It could be, some of you could resonate with being a shaman. That could be the passion, the love, or similar things maybe surrounding ravens. Now I'm thinking of Odin and writing, and it says about there is power in your wisdom and words. Memory and, is it mind and memory? Or is that both the same? Odin has 2 ravens or 2 crows. Pretty sure they're ravens. I'm trying to think of their names. They have rhyming names, but I can't think of them. But one of them is about like getting the information, and the other one is about retaining the information. And there's like, in a poem, Odin is afraid of losing his ability to collect information, but he's even more afraid of losing his ability to retain it. In other words, like, he's scared of losing his mind, but he's even more scared of losing his memory. And I might have said that wrong, but that is what's coming through. I'm noticing just, I noticed this the other day, how much I say coming through. It's like, that's what's coming through. I just heard badge of honor. which kind of goes with the whole message of you are good at something. You've reached a certain level of mastery in something in order to receive a badge. But badge of honor. It's like the way you go about this is very unique, or very not integrous or integral, or something like that. There's a word that's like that. You know that word that has like an I in it? Yeah, that word. I'm not getting more from that. I feel like that might be it for this reading. But I'm gonna get a, what do you call it? Sacred Geometry deck card from the deck. At the back is integration. And the front is perception. The frequency of perception supports our natural curiosity, moving us beyond our comfort zone to find the edges of what we perceive as real and to take a good, hard, deep look at it. Yeah, it's like, maybe this is a very simple message of you connecting to all your other lives, your soul beyond what you currently see your soul as or yourself as. The frequency of integration supports our embrace of every aspect of ourselves, allowing what we perceive as positive and what we perceive as negative to harmonize into a balanced symphony of life. They fit like on point so well. Yeah, I feel like I could say more about it, but I can't find the words, so I'm gonna leave the collective reading there. It feels a bit like I haven't touched it, or I haven't like hit home, but I feel like the whole point is that it's a very individual journey for you in discovering who your soul is and what your passion is, what your love is, and maybe that love, that passion is delving into other worlds. It's walking through other dimensions, other existences, other planes. It's connecting to more beings. If this is if the one listening here is from not Earth, then it's like you're doing a good job because you're connecting to us on Earth, to me on Earth. There's so much more to discover. There's so much more to discover. There's so much more to life. There's so much more to you. There's so much more to you. I want to read that card again. The frequency of perception supports our natural curiosity. The frequency of perception. So perception, the frequency of how you perceive reality, how you perceive yourself, supports, it helps your natural curiosity, your desire to see more of who you are. Maybe that is your passion. Or maybe that is what leads you to the awareness of your passion. I guess I don't need to say passion, it's like add an S to that. Maybe it is more like singular, because maybe life itself is your passion, everything in existence. Moving us beyond our comfort zone. Yeah, beyond what you know of yourself, to find the edges of what we perceive as real. What we perceive as real. And also what you perceive as this life, or what you perceive as the extent of yourself. Like, how far do you really expand if you believe that your aura is a part of yourself, like how far out does that aura extend? If you believe that when you connect with your mind to another existence, another energy, and you believe that that leaves like some sort of trail that you have connected to that affects your own personal energy. Like imagine just thinking about somewhere out in the galaxy, out across dimensions, how far that trail extends and how much of an imprint you have really left. And to take a good hard deep look at it. Integration was the other one. Take a long hard deep look at it. Yeah, because it's like you've already seen it. It's like with that thing at the start of me saying those two sentences, but there was more. There was more to the second one, or it was just different. It's like you've already seen. You already know of this thing, but there's more to it. There's more to it. There's more to reality. Okay, I'm actually gonna leave the reading now, and we'll move on to the non-collective readings. The narrowed collective readings, but they don't even have to be narrowed. It's weird because I don't understand the point of see, yeah, if you're going, this is just my personal rant, it will probably relate to your reading in somehow, but I'm not sure how yet. Yeah, I don't know how I don't get the point of doing a collective reading at the start. I like it and the energy is very nice, but I don't get it because they're all collectives, but this my mind is where's my obsidian gone? Ground myself. There it is. And drink water. They're all collectives. My mind is like in space right now. I think like a lot of your reading is so ethereal and so not on the realm that you're in. It's like connecting so much more expansively. Okay. Let me see what I was trying to see. Yeah, the collectives. Am I like not supposed to be saying this? Like it isn't, my mind is just completely blank. Why is there a collective at the start? Because like the second group could have the largest collective that's even more people or beings connect to the reading of, as opposed to this reading at the start. Is it more intentioned like the collective that resonates with me most? I don't know. Okay, well, I guess it feels so weird. Like it's not yet time to move on, but it's almost time. I just saw a breadstick, like someone breaking off a breadstick. Maybe someone's eating a breadstick right now, or maybe that has a deeper meaning. What? There's something here. I'm gonna need to do something about this. What? That's what I'm asking. What? What? Angry face. The Hierophant is at the back of the deck. I feel like looking at what that guy, what that dude is called. The Hierophant is a teacher and a leader who values traditions, rules, and order just as much as the mayor of Halloween Town. He's the mayor of Halloween Town. Why was that important? It's the name. Maybe some of you are discovering your soul's name, or you have interest in that, or there's keys to what you're trying to discover within your own name, or the ways in which you resonate with your own name. Ooh, that could definitely be it. Like, you have a name, but there's more to it than just that. It's like, you know your name, but there's more. There's more to it. It's not just random. Okay, so we've got the Lovers and 5 of Potions. Kawaii! So, some of you may have lost a lover and are grieving. Mayor of Halloween Town, why is that coming out there? Some of you could have been from the collective of the other day's reading who lost their divine masculine. Lovers also could speak about your passion, and the 5 of Potions being this is the best way of me explaining this, not through words, but this is your passion and this is your energy towards your passion. Like, oh, I just can't, like, don't make me look at it. Like, he's literally looking away and holding his hand up like, nope, nope, and like, ugh. And the fact that he's like sat in an angel's statue. I also did actually connect with the angel realm just now, but I didn't say it. But I thought there might have been a message there, but I didn't say it because I was like, oh no, it's probably not. So something about angels. Maybe the past unloved one is an angel now. Maybe a guardian angel for you. Oh, whoa, that's beautiful. Yeah, that's definitely true for some people. I feel like you'll feel it, maybe even in like solar plexus, if that's true for you. Like, you might feel a glowing there when they're around you. Wouldn't they always be around you? When they're trying to communicate with you? No, I heard when they're around you. Okay, so I guess maybe they're not always around you, but they pop in now and then. But my point was that he's even in like a statue. It feels like he's making a big deal out of it. Like it's like he's gone somewhere he can be seen, but pouting and saying he doesn't want. It's like, okay, it is the message. It's like, you know that this is something you want, this passion of yours. You know that it's something. No, sorry. It's like. Yeah, it's like, you know that you want it. You know there's something surrounding it. You know there's something there. That's why you're on this statue. Like, you know that you need to do something, or you need to call in something, or there's something there. You know there's something there. But you also don't have the energy to do it, or you're just disappointed by it. Or just focusing on on all the times that didn't work out as opposed to the times that did, or focused upon the sorrow as opposed to the good times, or the blessings that have come from this, or the blessings of where you're currently at in accordance to this. Okay, I'm being told yes, that's cleared it up. Some of you may want to re-listen to those last few parts, because then it may integrate more the more if you hear that again. Yes. Not over and over, just once is good enough. And if you feel so drawn to doing so. Okay. Now I can begin. Whew. Now I can begin the piles. So bye pile collective. I love you. Have a wonderful time, era of your life. Whatever era. Can an era be like 5 seconds? I feel like an era is not set in stone, time framed. Okay. Whee! Aha. Now I shall put my hair up. Welcome in, pile selection. I was gonna call you a pile then. This pile selection is a pile in and of itself. Ah, dun dun dun. Okay, so here are your 4 piles. This is pile number 1, 2, 3, and 4. So I'll leave that there for you to choose. Feel free to pause the video. Feel free to pick multiple piles. I feel drawn to naming them too. So this is a Shiva Lingam. This is from a ghost place that gets much ghost activity. I don't remember what it's called, but it's like a famous like hotel in England or something. And I don't know what it is, but I think it's like fossils. This is Amethyst and this is Labradorite. Okay, there you go. Cool, welcome in pile number 1. You chose the Shiva Lingam. I am very excited about your pile, very excited. You feel invigorated by life and you feel like you're full of inspiration. I kind of feel like these are like streaks of something. I'm kind of getting this vision of flying in a spaceship through space. It could be that you're connecting to your desire to travel, but maybe you're connecting to your more otherworldly desires. Like maybe for a long time you limited yourself to only restricted desires, and maybe you're opening up to the fact that actually what you love and what you are excited by is something that isn't commonly accepted, or many people would like call you crazy for, like being in a spaceship flying through space. Maybe that is a goal of yours for this life. And it's just like reconnecting with an inner child part of you. Maybe this is even just simply watching TV shows that are like that. TV shows that you love and that invigorate your own personal like imagination, or your own personal love for life. Like what are you excited by? Flying in a rocket through space. Why rocket that time? I'm gonna get a card from my deck. Now I'm noticing the black specks on the Shiva Lingam, and one of them looks like an eye. I want to see if I can show you this. I'm not sure if this is gonna... Okay, I don't know if that was showable. But hiccup crossed with a book. They all just like went like that. That's interesting. So I'm taking the 3 that were kind of in the middle of the deck, and this is at the back, and this is definitely an important one. So I'll leave that out there. This one is a card that has a lot of foundation energy. This part here feels very square-like to me, and feels like it feels like a landing pad. Like a... Yeah, there's so much energy higher up. Maybe you have been one that has lived on the ground for a long time, but now you're ready to fly, that kind of thing. And you can take that literally if you want, or you can take that more metaphorically. It could also be that you have been lacking energy for a long time. Maybe you've been very tired for a long time, integrating a lot for a long time, but it's like you're becoming ready, or you are ready now to live more, because maybe you're getting more energy. Maybe maybe you're ending a cycle of slowness and summertime is here kind of thing. Maybe you're simply acknowledging your desire for movement more. Doesn't this just look like a rocket? Like this is a landing pad and the rocket is gonna burst out, and it's like it's just peeking over. It's like you're just beginning to feel it, but there's so much more beneath the surface that is ready to spike out. You're just feeling the tip of the iceberg of your excitement for life. There's so much on that card. You might connect with the air element a lot, or that might begin to be an element that you enjoy, that you find is gonna be synchronistic for you. We've got a very spacey looking one here too, which looks like it has an apple in the middle. I associate apple with love, so whatever form that you feel drawn to for love. It also feels like a planet, like the apple in the middle looks like a planet and it's bursting out. Maybe you resonate with being like an expansion being. Okay, I can reword that. Basically a light worker. Maybe you resonate with raising the collective vibration of your planet, and you you're finding the way that excites you most to do this, or you're simply being like in reverence of that which is currently occurring. Maybe you're currently at a very pivotal time in your evolution, your planet. It feels very collective though. It's like you're experiencing the entire planet's burst. You're experiencing whole humongous waves of evolution, of love. Yeah, you're seeing the love burst out on your planet. You're seeing you're seeing so much, and I feel like it's like, oh, I was holding it the wrong way too. You are becoming more aware of your involvement in all that you're currently experiencing. It's like you're becoming more aware that this lifetime for you is a significant one for the realm that you're in, or for the planet that you're on. It feels quite planetary, or it could even be more I'm kind of seeing like one circle, then another circle around that, and another circle around that, and it just keeps going and going. So it could be that you're recognizing that the shift that you've been feeling within yourself is being reflected in maybe your community, and then that's being reflected in the planet that you live on, or that you are a part of, and then it just like the collective that you're a part of keeps expanding, and you just see how it's all the same but just expanded. And I'm being now drawn to the like rain on the flowers, and how the space is now, like the space stars is now at the bottom, and there's something there about cycles and how the planet moves, or at least like the one I'm on, there's a message with how planets move. Maybe you're studying more how the shifts of external, beyond your close vicinity, has an effect on you. So for example, like the other planets around you affect you too, just as they affect the planet, and you're coming to more of an understanding of how that works, or you're just becoming more aware that it does work like that. Yeah, there's something about the way the planet moves round and round. At one time, it's like the flowers began at the bottom and the space began at the top, but then you turn it around and the flowers are at the top and the space is at the bottom, and it invites you to wonder if maybe the flowers are all around and the space is all around, or if it's individual things shifting. Maybe there's a message in there for someone. So then I feel like there's more to that card, more messages in that card. Yeah, I guess we won't go on to the next one yet. I'm noticing these parts now. They're reminding me of like an extraterrestrial food, at least extraterrestrial from my perspective. Maybe it's your planet. And clouds. What do clouds mean? Clouds are, it kind of looks like these are raindrops. Like this is like a microscopical zoomed in version of a cloud. Like clouds are made of all these particles of like rain. And there's this understanding again of how everything zoomed in is just a reflection of everything zoomed out. And you can just keep diving deeper and deeper and deeper, and it's all just the synchronicities in it. It's all the same, I was gonna say, or it's all mirrored in somehow, or it's all following the same pattern. Oh my god, there's the circles. I did not see that. Yeah, that's so cool. Okay, yeah, there's something about synchronicities. You may be experiencing like an extreme amount of synchronicities at this time, or it's more though like you're researching, like there's an energy of research, or just simple like epiphanies or realizations of the interconnectedness of everything. Some of you may be finding that through your work. I saw like you maybe I saw someone like in a lab, so maybe for example like if you're a biologist, you may be having realizations about the reflection of that, the small stuff and the big stuff. That's what I'm gonna say. Macro and micro. But yeah, it could be that you're having these realizations from particular things, particular aspects of your life. It could even come by like looking at an apple and realizing like, oh my god, an apple has like a stalk and a bottom, and then you're looking to other plants and you're seeing like, oh my god, everything has like a beginning and an end, or I don't know, something like that. You could, I feel like you're entering a time in your life where it's not like you have to look for it, it's just coming to you, all these realizations about the world you live in, or the worlds you live in. Now I'm noticing this line. It looks like an accident, and that's making me think of, I just saw one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 ones. That line, it looks like an accident, and that's making me think of like asymmetry, and how, or like things that appear to be nonsensical, or things that a pear, something about an apple and a pear, or a pair of apples. What was I saying? Oh, asymmetry, and things that seemingly don't make sense, or to the patterns of everything else. Like maybe you've for a long time loved this kind of or you've found it easy to see synchronicities. Maybe you love sacred geometry, that kind of understanding of the patterns in all of life, or geometry in general, other kinds of geometry, and I'm sure there are loads of cool terms and subjects and categories. What was I saying? Yeah, it could be that you are already well versed in synchronicities, that kind of thing, reflections, but there could have been like a stray, there's like something that you could never quite understand, like how does this play into it all though, like whether that be like I'm not going to give examples, I feel like that will confuse things, but there was always something, a stray line, and I wonder if the message is that you're going to be understanding how that stray line is a part of it. Oh, okay, here's the message. If you have been keeping that stray line on the side, this is your message to incorporate it, because then you have to zoom out so much further, and that will give you a whole new perspective. The point is that everything is connected, and so if you are trying to live through like, okay, this is life, and like, but that other thing that is also life, just that we'll brush that aside because it's not making sense to this pattern that I have created, or the way that I understand life now, this doesn't comply, this doesn't agree with that, this disproves my way of thinking, so you push that away. But this is your advice to recognize that all of life is life, and that just pushing it away doesn't make it not true, doesn't make it not exist, and that you can come to a far greater, far more satisfying, I want to say satisfying, I feel like you really love this stuff, or like there's something particular, like feels very researchy, that you love. If you scrap everything that you have come to so far and incorporate this stray line into your research, let's call it, that's how, like, that's just the message to do that. there's something I either didn't say or that I just didn't explain it well, or that's not fitting for a lot of you. Something like that. We'll move on to the third card though. I'm being particularly drawn to all the things on the outside. And these lines on the outside too. Yeah, the entirety of the outside feels very appealing. Yeah, I feel like you have been focused on the things in your forefront, and that has been what you consider your reality. And this is asking you to consider everything else. I will give an example now. Say that stray line is like ghost. Like maybe you don't believe in any other realm other than the physical, and yet you had this one experience in your life of you like saw a ghost. It's like you just brush that off and say, no, this is the only reality, this physical one. This is asking you to open up to the fact that that wasn't nothing. Like that was, you experienced that, and so like take that into account for how you view life, or what you're open to being reality. Yes. Take a look at the outside. There's a lot on the outside. Don't just focus on the main parts of what you are seeing as the main reality. Like, why is that the main reality? I keep saying in my head, like, is it because other people think that that's the main reality? Do you, like, there's a call to come back to, like, 0 point and question, like, if I had no other experience, if I, like, dropped in this current moment with a blankness of everything, if I didn't know any of this collective, if I didn't know anything, if I knew literally nothing, and went from here, live from there and see what you experience. What do you think reality is? Like, ground zero, like, start from the beginning. Start from the beginning. So bringing that back to the, like, your desire to fly through space or some sort of desire you have that may be like out of this world, or not collectively accepted as valid, or like as reachable, attainable. Bringing it back to that, it's like, do you only think it's not attainable because you're only focusing on the center of what you think reality is, and you're not taking into account all the rest of what reality is? Or do you not think that it's possible because of what the collective thinks? Like, have you just taken on someone else's belief? What do you think? And I'm not saying that you'll come to personally believe any one thing. I'm just saying, why do you have the belief you have? Is that your truth? Has it come from an objective discernment, or is it illogical? Yes. Has it come from an objective discernment, or is it illogical? Is it logical? Is it logical? Have you taken everything into account in a balanced way, or are you favouring some for no apparent reason, or for the reasons that aren't logical? For the reasons that maybe that's just the way everything's always been done, not because you're open to everything from a balanced state, from an objective truth. Objective, subjective and objective, those words always get me. I don't know if I used the right one. Okay, I think I did. I think I used the right one. Cool, that was a really cool reading. I'm gonna get a Beyond the Myria deck. I'm gonna get a deck. I've said that twice today. Cool. Ooh, that's split in half really well for me. I was like in that reading, channeling, and now that I'm kind of more grounded, more zoomed out again, I can see what the reading actually was, and that was fun. And that's a part of your message. It's like, I mean, that is the literal message that I've been saying. It's just zoom out, because you'll gain clarity through that, and it will feel really good, because it'll be the truth. You won't be so like clouded and fogged in. It will be very I was gonna say invigorating, but it's more like clarifying and invigorating. I'm noticing my painting on my wall over there. Manifestia, yeah, everything is possible. Yeah, everything is possible. And she of the lotus. Ah, Starseed. Starseed elemental. I love elementals so much. They're so playful. So this is literally like opening the crown, the crown, opening your mind to what you can experience, to what is possible to create, what is possible to ground, opening your mind to what is possible. Okay, we might read a bit of both. I feel like dancing with you, like there's so much fun to be had, and I feel like it's fun in a way that isn't societally, at least, yeah, in your society it's not currently really accepted. Okay, She of the Lotus. Shadow work, addressing dissonance. Yes, it's addressing where things they don't fit for you. They don't fit. It could be emotionally too. It's like maybe you've accepted one reality, but it just doesn't fit in your soul, in your heart, in your truth, in what you know to be true. It doesn't matter what anyone else is saying. If you view them, maybe you're viewing other people with like as if they had more mastery, or more, I don't know why I'm saying the word mastery so much lately, as if they had a better idea of your reality than you, or as if they had a better idea than you. Like, who's to say that they're on a higher pedestal? I feel like you've put others, whether that be a single person that you admire, or being, or just others in general, on a higher pedestal than yourself. Like, who's to say that your mind isn't the most powerful, isn't the most knowing of yourself and your reality and what you can create? There are always gonna be influences that aren't in agreement, but that's the whole point of reality, to choose what you think is in agreement, and to have that incredible experience of knowing that other beings are living through the way that they want to live through. That didn't come out in a way that I wanted to, but okay, so those words that I just said, yes, but also it was more about the energy I was saying them with. Yeah, I'll leave it at that. So, shadow work, addressing dissonance, seeing that. I want to say that again, addressing dissonance. Dissonance. What doesn't fit for you? What would feel liberating to accept the truth of, or to believe? What would feel lightening and loving, and like you would so this whole video felt like inner child to me, and this feels here like there's a dissonance between your like adult self and your child self. Like, your child self knew a truth and believed a truth that is true, that your adult self has denied, and that's the dissonance, like between your heart and your soul and your mind. and it's surrounding what you think is possible. There's something that you really want, you love, but you're denying yourself even the idea of thinking that it might be possible. Like, you've just shut off from it. If you want to fly through space and adventure, open to that. That's possible. Okay. Seeing downfalls as I'm also noticing how I'm like stroking. I'm stroking my heart, but it's actually stroking my necklace, and it's more because it's providing my hand with ease, or with, it's like I want to rub my hand. Maybe something to do with Reiki, or maybe looking into Reiki would provide epiphanies, or it would help you to understand that magic does exist, or open you up to reality more. Like, even just like playing with the energy between your hands and actually sensing that and being like, oh my god, energy is real. Something about the hands. Maybe palmistry. But it doesn't... It is both hands, but I was doing it with my right hand. That could be significant. It's the giving hand as opposed to the receiving hand. It's like what you can do. What you can do. Seeing downfalls as the flip side of superpowers. Yeah, it's like, say we see downfalls as that which you see reality as a downfall. Like, what are you sad about in life? Like, why is life not as good as you want it to be? That's the key to, what was it? Your superpower. That which is difficult in life is what will make life so non-difficult. It's the mindset surrounding that. Okay. And I'm being drawn to how there were, like, in my house, like someone just got a parcel. But what the message felt like more was like the door was opened. That's what I felt like saying, not that you received a parcel, but it could be receiving something too. It feels more like the door is open, like open the door. It's like you've closed the door to something that you love, that you want, that you would be, like adventure. You want an adventure or something like that. Or be able to fly, that kind of thing. Loving yourself back to wholeness. The beautiful lotus that grows from murky waters. Disempowering triggers, bringing light into your dark corners. Yeah. I even want to say, it's like, I'm not telling you you must believe these things that you don't believe. Bringing light into your dark corners. I think the most healing thing for you would be to just simply recognize that you do have those beliefs. Like, if you have this, recognizing that you do have those desires and that you do have beliefs that oppose those desires. It's not saying that you necessarily have to change those desires. You can, I mean, those beliefs. You can. And that is what, like, I think love would invite of you, and what this reading is aiming towards. But simple recognition of where you currently are at, bringing light into your dark corners, that fits it so well. It's simply about the recognition of what you currently are experiencing. I feel like that would bring a lot of relief, because you're understanding why you feel the way you feel. Like, you feel disappointed, or you feel sad from life, or like life isn't as magical as it could be. I'm getting 4 of Cups energy, because you don't, because you believe this realm, this life that you have isn't magical. It's just looking at what you do believe, looking at the truth of what is, and you then recognize that you do have the power to change those beliefs. But the first step is just seeing the truth of what is. Okay, and then let's look at manifest here. Manifestation, sowing the seeds of your dreams, creating your reality, trusting what you desire is already happening, magic making, pollinating your wishes, as above, so below. Like, yes. I am going to hold this up in case you would like to read it. I do not feel like... I was going to say writing it. What's that word? Reading it. And then... Oh wait, I guess I can do that. Screenshot. Wait, oh my god, I showed you the wrong... To me, when I like flip it, the camera is like, this is on the left and this is on the right, so it's not when I look at it like this, obviously. Okay, now this is the other page. Don't screenshot. And I was just going like screenshot on the wrong pages. There's something significant about that. Okay, I hope that showed. Oh my god, yeah. I have to read it now. The divinatory meaning, at least. This card encourages you to dream big. It comes as a reminder that you can choose how you want your life to go. You can manifest all you wish to create or release. It's time to sow the seeds of the reality that you want to experience. In magical practice, there is a saying, as above, so below. Work with this principle through affirmative thinking and higher intention. Then anchor or ground your dream seeds. Manifest from the heart, overcome fear, take strong positive action, and let go of the outcome. Know and trust your dreams are already on their way, and expect to see results. What do I want to make particular note of? Oh yeah, just the as above, so below is like, isn't that just what I was saying? Or the reflection of the small versus the big. I kind of want to read the Starseed Elemental too. What number was that? 45, because that just feels like it. Those three cards summed it up so well. Starseed Elemental, children as... Did I show you it? Yeah, I did, but I'll show you it again. Because I want to, and want and desire is elemental and childlike. Children as teachers, fun, lightheartedness, joy, laughter, newly incarnated souls, the child within, maintaining an inquisitive perspective, wonder and imagination. Yes. And I'm gonna have to show you the guidebook. Words are hard. Words are hard. Cool. Cool. I think that might be the end of your reading. We're gonna get one unicorns deck. Card, not deck. Why do I keep saying that? What is the significance here? I'm saying deck as opposed to card. I'm only trying to get a card, but I'm saying the entire deck, which includes all the cards. Maybe it's like you're settling, the message is that you're settling for one thing when you can have it all. I'm hearing that song by, it's like Jason Mraz, Jason something maybe, called You Can Have It All. I think it's called that. Okay. Got balance at the back. Rebirth, reinvent yourself, give life to your dreams. Oh my god. Rebirth, it's literally like you can start at ground zero again. You can rebirth yourself, become anew. Like, you don't need to be who you believed you were yesterday. Life doesn't have to be what you thought it was a second ago. It can be new. You can have a whole new mindset. You can have a whole new outlook. You just choose it. You just choose it. Rebirth, reinvent yourself. Reinvent. Invent yourself again. Give life to your dreams. Give life to them. I feel like sometimes when I read from the deck or when I read from a card, it can sometimes like go over the receiver's minds. And I feel like that could be because I don't know why. It's like there's a stream of energy as opposed to like a cloud coming at you. So that's me kind of explaining why I was saying give life to your dreams, give life to them. Like, it's kind of me just trying to give a little bit of another perspective on the same thing, to give it more perspective of what it really is saying, to ground that energy, make that energy more clear. And there's a message in that for you. Create a new reality. Come on! Isn't that just everything? Isn't that just everything we've been saying? So we have to read that, right? Right? I want to say, I feel drawn to saying how I felt ill earlier. Yesterday I was ill. Today I woke up feeling kind of ill. And now I feel like when I stop the reading, like I'll realize that I'm still a little ill, but the message in this is that I don't feel ill at all. It's like I feel full of life. And again, just that message of like, you can be ill one day and well the next. You can be disappointed and sad at your life and the planet or realm you exist in one day, and you can have so much gratitude and love for it the next. Change is real, and you can be the instigator for it. Okay, rebirth, reinvent yourself, give life to your dreams, create a new reality. Are you willing to let go of everything you are not in order to become who you really are? This winged unicorn urges you. That's interesting. It's like my mind just swapped out the word urge for invites. And it doesn't feel like my mind was guessing what was coming next. It's more like it chose to swap out invites because that's what it preferred. There's something strong about, like, there was a word written down, but I changed it. Which is just to say, like, your physical reality can be changed. You can think that you have your whole life written out for you, but it isn't, and you can rewrite it. You are powerful. You have the ability to, what do I want to say? You have the ability to live your dreams. This winged unicorn, then I just wanted to say horse. This winged horse. Why am I swapping out all these words? I thought I gave the message of why, but then I did it again. I did think of the message of maybe some of you want to like try intentionally manifesting through writing, but I didn't say it. Maybe that's what wanted it to come through. I don't know. This winged unicorn urges you to shed the false identities your ego has trapped you in so that you can emerge as the true divine you. It is your time to blossom and let the world see your inner beauty, like the unfurling petals of a radiant rose. Your soul is calling for this reinvention by surrendering your old stories and changing your perception of yourself. Deep down, you know who you truly are and the potential you hold. It is time to release anything that is not in alignment with your truth. Let your old life crumble and fade to make space for... Let your old life crumble and fade to make space for you to powerfully create a new reality of your choosing. You no longer have to be the person others want you to be. You no longer have to limit your life to what you feel is reasonable or possible. You can more easily create your bigger dreams once you embody your true self. The winged unicorns will help you when your ego fights and resists this change. They will hold you in love as you undergo a beautiful metamorphosis into your most magnificent self. I feel like those cards just summed up everything very, very eloquently. It's like I was like bitting everything together, and then they came and just went like, "Halada, here it is." And I was wondering to myself, wouldn't it just have been more like time efficient and more easily received for me to just get the cards and read them to you? But the reason that was no was because the whole point is that I am sharing my perspective of the energy. Me reading those is me simply like channeling those perspectives to you, but anyone can get that deck, and well, most people could get that deck and read that card, but the whole point is that I am sharing my perspective on it. That is why that stream of energy that I was saying, instead of like the clouds that I provided, the streams of energy, they may be concise, but they're not my perspective. And if you resonate with my readings, then it is my perspective that resonates. I feel like I almost said exactly how I wanted to. I almost said it exactly how I wanted to say it, but just at the end it shifted, and there may be a message there. Yeah, it's like you may have like gone back. There could, that for someone at least, you express what you think to someone, that you have a belief around reality or what you want, and you express this to someone, and you're almost secure in it, but then they may say something and it makes you go back on yourself, and it's like, oh, then you recluse and you go back into their mindsets. Yeah, so there's just a message in that for someone. I want to note that I had Orca Whale out for myself on the side, but now I feel drawn to putting it away, so I think that that could have been for the collective reading and your reading and the meditation. So I'll read it. Orca Whale, adventure, dare to do things differently, sing your wild song, manifest your travel dreams, attempt the great journey with confidence. Oh, the great journey, isn't that just like such a cool term, such a cool image? Because I feel like that's what you want, a great journey. Be loyal, friends and family are your treasures. Be brave, you are more powerful than you know. Be brave, you are more powerful than you know. I feel like there's something with friends and family are your treasures, but it's not necessarily that directly. It's more like your pod. So it could be that it's saying your soul family is your treasure, or friends and family are your treasures. It may be what you consider friends and family, so that could just be like a radiator. It can be random, right? It doesn't, I mean, random to me, but it's what you love, and there doesn't have to be a reason for it. There doesn't have to be, it doesn't have to fall in line with what others deem their loves, even if they are truly their loves, or maybe they're just surrendering to ease as opposed to truth, or struggle as opposed to truth, because ease is loving, struggle is fear. I guess that message wanted to come out. Okay, is that it for pile number 1? Pile shungite. Ooh, it's all heated up now. I'm just thinking because there's a message in there. One thing could be something surrounding your planet, or a planet that you do love. It could have a really heated core, or maybe what now I'm trying to think if I think it might have been the collective reading actually. I'm not sure if it was this reading or the collective one, but regardless, there's a message here coming through of you may be bringing your awareness to the fact that your experience is heating up your planet's core. Like maybe what you have come to do, or like something surrounding your desire. Remember, this is for all beings, not just humans. It could be your purpose, or what you're doing could be heating up your planet's core. That's kind of cool. Or maybe something surrounding your desire, your childhood's passion could be surrounding your planet's core. Maybe you want to travel there. Or something about incubation, maybe. Or maybe about dragons. Or creatures, beings that are evolved from, evolved from extreme heat. Why? I was trying to, or like my mind wanted to say that like exist in extreme heat, but it wasn't that. It's definitely not that. It's that they evolved from extreme heat. And now I just saw an image of like someone who grew wings because it heated up. Something heated up. They heated up? The planet heated up? I'm seeing plants, but not plants in like... Plants like metaphorically, or the energy footprint of plants. I'm seeing this like... So I have lots of plants in my room, but what I'm being drawn to is my drawing of a plant. It's like an interpretation of plants. My mind was trying to find different ways of like, what is this message? So I imagined like, oh, is it I was imagining bringing that plant, which is a drawing, but I was imagining it, bringing it from the drawing and making it real, and bringing it down to the core of the earth, and it like, what's that word, like not sinister, like it went to flames, but not, it didn't go to flames, it just crumbled to like ashes. What is that word? I don't know. There could be, I don't want to say manifestation techniques, because I feel like there's just a lot of, at least within my collective, like energy, like mental, distorted energy surrounding those terms. But what do I want to say? You may be able to connect with that childhood desire of yours, that current inner child desire of yours more, and get closer to bringing it about, which is to say embodying that vibration of, through imagining bringing that which you desire to create and live into your planet's core and having it disintegrate. Is disintegrate the word I was trying to get? Not the, like, sinister. No, I feel like it's something with an S at the start. Okay. Yeah, that felt quite powerful for certain ones who would like to, of whom that would resonate with. For now I'm being drawn to getting the, oh, I went to call it a third eye crystal, so lapis lazuli, maybe particularly in a square form, could resonate with you. I want to get another card. This kind of feels like people have left now and there's a new collective. Like, you're the ones that have been listening, but there's a more selective group now of you. We weeded out all the all those who weren't ready for this message. I'm not sure if I just said or not, but I'm using Shadowscape's Tarot. Something about channeling energy too. That's a lot of cards. I don't think we're going to use all of them. But Death and Spider and Wheel of Fortune are sticking out with Justice at the back and Four of Wands at the back now. What's the message? I heard you know. And it was in like a very, I want to say like a bubble. It felt like a bubble. You know, a bubble. Or like a jelly, or like a jelly creature. Maybe you're friends with a jelly creature. Maybe you are a jelly creature. Maybe you're becoming a jelly creature. Maybe that time I got reincarnated as a slime, the anime / manga, is significant for you. There may be a message of like, you look insignificant but you're significant. Or maybe I should have said, not should have, but maybe I want to replace that word significant for powerful. Maybe you look like a blob, but actually you're very powerful. Or maybe something you view as just a blob is actually very powerful. What else? Because there's something here. There's very like light, very like child-y colours. And I want to note how I feel so slow, and yet it's okay. Like, the messages are coming out really slowly, but that's okay. That's my way of doing things, and there's no need for me to adjust my pace to how others would do anything, because this is my experience. Maybe also not making parts of your life seem separate from your life is a message that wants to come through. Like, for example, maybe something that you have intended to do daily becomes such a need, there becomes such like a need to do it in your mind that you kind of make it a separate pocket, like it's outside of your life, as opposed to continually being within your own life, your experience, like bringing more presence into a certain part of your life, and that it's your life, not others, is yours. You don't live for others, you live for yourself. Maybe that. Wow, bird of prey! Yeah, like, I'm in the middle of a reading which is for other people, and yeah, I'm just watching a bird of prey. Like, I'm doing that for me. And the irony is, like, there's a message for you in that. But I wasn't doing it because I thought there was a message. I was just doing it because I love watching birds of prey. This is my bird of prey fella. There's also a message of what lights you up and what you love brings joy to others to see. So, like, maybe just a recognition that it's not necessarily like selfish, or it's not separate than others to be focused on the self, because how the self is so integrated into all that is, into others. Focus on the self doesn't mean that it's focus away from the others, it's just as connected. And there are there is thus a sharing of love when you experience love within yourself. When you experience doing things just for you that you love, and doing things the way that you love, that is something that is carried on vibrationally to the entirety of all that is. Yeah. Shell. Something about like a really delicate shell. Really beautiful, like rainbow-like shell. Something about you maybe having a particularly strong ability to connect to the beauty, or connect to the magic, or connect to the significance of like undiscovered or far away beings, or far away like things. Maybe you feel a call to astral travel a lot at this time. Maybe create bonds with new creatures far from your realm, or just within your realm, but it feels so different because you've never experienced this kind of connection before, or this kind of astral travel connection. Or you have experienced it but not with the awareness that you now do. My mind keeps wanting to be like, okay, well, that's it, right? We're done here, aren't we? But I'm not sure that we are. A pearl, an abalone shell. Well, not an abalone shell, just it's like a white mirrored rainbow shell. It's like, for me, even though it's in Earth's ocean, it feels alien. And it feels like not just a shell, it feels like a being. Like, I would rather say a shell being, even though it is just a shell. A shell being. Yeah, you're seeing the life in everything more and more, and that your connection to existences outside of yourself is what breathes life into them, or is what is like you determine what is real and what is alive and what is significant. You determine. Okay, that's what that like slime reference earlier was too. Like, you determine the significance in everything outside of yourself and within yourself, just in anything. Bird. You determine the significance in everything. I want to say for some of you, you might feel called to meditate on that. You might get some really cool stuff from that. You determine the significance in everything. I feel like you could specifically focus on depth within that meditation. Like you might want to feel or like imagine yourself going into like darkness or black. You might like the color black might be helpful. It just felt like depth. Going within really deeply would help with that, or that would just be what you would do. I don't know. Any other messages want to come through? Yeah, it's like I am needing to continually remind myself that it's okay to go with the flow that is the flow. To go with the flow as opposed to pushing for what I think is right. It's like I want to just stay here and continue this reading, even if it's not like messages boom boom boom, like even if it's me being silent for a while and then relaying something. Yeah, I'm reminding myself that's okay. That your flow is okay. Encouraged even. I want to get the Spirit Animals card. See, I really feel like this is a new reading. I just saw 020202. Because I had to question whether I'd used this deck for you already. And I have. But you're the Elephant and Raven group, but it doesn't feel like you are. It feels like you're on a whole new plane now. Whether that be like the there's a big bunch of people have left and it's just like, I guess, more evolved, more open, more expanded ones that remain, or it's just like you have all made huge shifts. You are renewed. It's like we got the rebirth card, right? It's literally like that's what it feels like to me. Like you have rebirth. Phone ran out of storage. But what I was saying was, I wrote it down. What did I say? I'm just talking to a new you, a rebirth to you. Yes. So you have been anew, created anew, made anew. You have renewed yourself. You are new. Yeah, I'm gonna leave your message there. I know that I was gonna get cards, but I don't feel like it is necessary. I don't feel like that is what is being called. Yes. Okay. Bye bye. Bye. I want to like wish you. I'm like, I want to say something along the lines of like, I'm so happy for you that you get to experience a more magical life than you thought before. Like, it's like I want to wish you well on your journey of adventure, on your journey of that which you love and desire. Yes. Namaste. Ah! I'm gonna do it again. I'm leaving that in. I guess like the timestamp will be in a bit anyway. What pile is I became suddenly out of it. I feel like I was more with it before. Although I did start it by yawning. It's probably good that I put it in, I clicked on accidentally on the video, because I feel like otherwise I would have just like sat and stared for ages. I feel like it needs to come that way a bit. Maybe I should edit these. It's an extra minute of me. But I like it and I feel like it's good energy. The word like voodoo came, like a good voodoo. So this was 1, this was 2. Oh yes, okay. Welcome in, pile number 2. You have the unknown non-crystal egg, probably non-crystal. It feels powerful though, so it's like, it messes with my brain to think that it's not a crystal, but does hold like kind of similar vibrations, which feels like it's going to play into your message in somehow. But let's begin by let's begin by using the Crystal Power Tarot, which is, it's kind of ironic but kind of right on point, both with it being like crystal but also the power part. Maybe you're comparing yourself to something else that seems that you know is powerful, and you think that therefore you can't be powerful because you're not that, but actually you have a very similar power. It's neither better nor worse, it's just different. And yeah, you are powerful too, but you may not be powerful in the same ways that of the beings around you, or the ways in which you're used to relating to power through. Okay, interesting messages already. Okay, we have the King of Pentacles. I'm sure of my place in the world. I'm sure of my place in the world. I'm seeing the moon behind him, which is, and oh wow, this card is more potent than I was expecting. It's like I'm seeing every part of the card. I wonder if, for one, you have a very keen vision, like you, but it's very detail oriented, and very detail oriented. I wonder if you are comparing yourself to more spiritual in the feminine sense of connecting, and I wonder if actually your power, your strength, there's another word to insert there, comes from the more masculine. And I wonder if you've been unsure, I wonder if you haven't been claiming your power, those words. I wonder if you haven't been claiming your power because you think that it should be more feminine than masculine. Or you're not recognizing, I wanted to say then that your masculine is feminine, or that your feminine is masculine. The energy, not necessarily those words, more like the energy of like feminine within the masculine. Let's see if we can get a better word for this. I want to channel some light language for this actually. Yaratie senemano oyatie. Ayata kara ayata nama iatie. Nyesene aya iapatie. It wants to come through more like a cloud. It wants to come through quite high vibrational. I want to say like, but in a very delicate, soft way. I feel like perhaps you are a very gentle soul, and you struggle with recognizing the power in that gentleness, or that like alongside that gentleness. Like yes, gentleness can be a power, and there are many ways that I could give examples of that, but I kind of feel like it's more like gentle as well as power. We'll get into the details in a bit, but we've got the Death card too. your way. I heard the phrase like my way or the highway, but it felt like more from yourself, like you were deciding to take on that mindset. Flower. Big flower. I'm recognizing, that's weird, the word recognizing came through when I wasn't trying to say that, but there's a normal sized tree. I was gonna say a big tree. I guess a big tree. There's a big flower beside it. Like I'm seeing the flower is like disproportional to what my mind would consider a flower. Besides the tree, there's a big flower, and the crystal is quite big to what my mind would usually think of a crystal being. And I'm being particularly drawn to the different sides, like the different colours, but it's more about perspective. So like there's the colour part on this side, and then there's the, like, it feels drenched in light to such that you can't see the colour. And the butterfly embodies it all. And there's kind of a sun in the centre. See, I've never really taken in every single detail like this. There's something about you being so detail oriented. King of Pentacles is an earth sign, and I'm thinking of Virgo, which is also an earth sign, which is all about the details. It's ruled by Mercury. Just its mind. There's a place for everything, and everything in its place. That's the way you live. I feel like you would be overwhelmed, or less, not overwhelmed, you would be shocked, you would be like confused as to how other people live if you saw how they live. And by how they live, I mean more their mindset, because the way you view the world is so structuredly and so peaceful in one sense. It's like, because of how much everything is structured, there's a sense of belonging, and there's a sense of, I heard the word trust, there's a sense of safety and like calmness that comes with that. And I think you'd be so like shocked to see that not everyone's mind is like that. Like the scatteredness and the like craziness of some people's minds, I think would really shock you. The disorderliness, that's it. Same thing probably with the physical, like their environment, their space. Like you're probably someone who has quite a tidy house or room or area. You probably know where everything you own is, or like everything at least is intentional. Or I heard the word remarkable. Everything is remarkable. So why is this message coming through for you today? I'm gonna get more cards. I'm intrigued. I'm not actually getting like a particular message for you. There's the moon at the back of the King of Pentacles' head, and there's a sun at the back of the butterfly's self. I'm really drawn to that disproportional flower too. There's something about perspective in that you see the smaller things as if they were the same size as what most beings would see them as. If you're not a human, you could definitely just like have huge eyes. or your perspective, you would be surprised at the perspectives that other races have, because yours is so zoomed in. Yeah, you have a very zoomed in perspective. Ooh, we've got a card. And this is at the back of the deck. It kind of looks like a magnifying glass. This is your hands, and it's like you see. I wonder if you don't have eyes, some of you. And I wonder if you see so detailedly because you don't see with your eyes. You see with... It's like you see with your mind, but like I'm being so drawn to it being hands. It's like you see, you hold something and you just see it with crystal clear clarity. So there could be advice here of if there's something you want greater clarity on, or that you would like to delve deeper into or to understand more, not doing it with your eyes, not doing it the way that is conventionally done by your race. By your race? I'm not quite sure about that part, but I just thought of it like, you know, like human races, like races within the human collective. I wasn't thinking of that, but I feel like maybe someone thought that when I said it. I meant ET races, like bigger, more widespread. Weird energy. I feel like there's nothing to tell you. I feel like the thing to tell you is that you have all the clarity you need. You see it, you see way more than you think. There's something about flowers. There's something about flowers, because I'm really being drawn to the flowers at the bottom of this card now too. He's holding a pentacle. I can't emphasize enough how much of the details I'm taking in. Everything is there. You're not avoiding anything. You're not like making anything less than the other, because every detail that I'm seeing, whether it's large on the card or a small tiny detail, it all has the same value, and that's what I'm seeing, and I'm seeing that through your eyes. That's how you view the world, and it's really beautiful. I heard in my head, you don't discriminate. It's like you just see very purely. Everything's love. Everything just is. There's no hierarchy, there's no better or worse, there just is, and everything's just a different form of the same thing, which is to say love. Everything is just a different form of form itself. There's definitely more messages about how the way you sense is different, and that you haven't fully gauged just how different it is in the widespread of life, or maybe within your collective. This is the main card we got, but I am wanting to get a confirmation whether this is you see differently within your, what you consider your like primary collective, like your species, let's say. I want to know if you see differently within your species, or just to recognize the way that your species views things. So I've got 19 with delight and 5 throat chakra. Frequency of the throat chakra, the blue flower of life. Flower again. Maybe it wanted to emphasize that. The blue flower of life. Some of you could find that really healing to look into. Supports our self-expression and our sense of peace and balance. Yeah, it's like you have such a peace to you because of your mind, or because of the way you view things, or because of the way you experience life. And by experience, I want to say it is your mindset around life, the outlook you have on life. it could help you gain perspective and more appreciation for your current outlook on life by considering the ways that other beings within your collective and within the greater collective within other species seeing how they view the world. Maybe you want to do that in a very empathic way of channeling their beings, or maybe you want to do it more in a way of simply like taking note of the more practical ways that they view life, or even like that example I used earlier of like you might have big eyes, really wondering like the size of different beings' eyes or other sense organs, taking note of the differences. I feel like you're so grounded in your own self right now that it will enable you to further ground, which is very cool, because I thought that wasn't going to be the message that came through, but when I saw that, it was like, wow, like I'm grounded right now, but I can ground even further. It's like it goes into such a depth that it transcends space, or it takes you to, I'm seeing it like below the ground, somewhere very like dark, deep. In the other piles, if you've come from another pile, I said like black, and it feels similar to that, but this one feels more spacey. I forgot my train of thought, but yeah, essentially you can ground even more deeply into yourself through grounding into others. Through understanding others, you can understand yourself. But it's not like you need to. I think that the whole point is that you've reached such a state of balance and wholeness and understanding yourself that it's like that you can shift into external now. You can shift into comparison now, because you're at a state where you can actually do that healthily, and it's not gonna take you off your own balance, because you've created such a strong core now that you can shift into other energies far more I want to say safely, far more safely, because you have that safety within you. Rewind me to the core again. I let go and embrace new beginnings. Yeah, this is the new beginning that you're in, that you are recognizing the power in everything, and that now that you've created that new worldview, you can begin to explore beyond that worldview, beyond the... It's kind of like... this is a weird example, but it's like you've explored peace, and now you can explore struggle, or you've explored yourself, and now you can explore others. You might want to play around with that whole concept of you've done this and now you can do this, like inserting the words that you feel resonate most with you in that. Yeah, okay, so the actual card we got was Delight 19. The frequency of delight supports our capacity to create and experience feelings of intense joy and happiness. The more delight we feel, the more delight we evoke in others. Wow. I was gonna say, like, wow, I'm like really seeing the color in this image, and then as soon as I said that, I'm like, wow, this is your energy. I am in your energy right now. Of course I'm gonna see this card more detailedly than usual. It's really beautiful. You have beautiful eyes, or vision, or however you perceive of things. I want to say perceive of images, not because of that, but because me saying that will lead me to somewhere. Images. How you perceive as images. There's something surrounding what you see, and it's like a canvas. It's like energy painted on a wall, but the wall is not physical. It's immaterial. It's energetic, but I don't really want to use the word energetic because I feel like maybe a lot of you will hear that and think that it's more whooshy than it is. It's very much there, and it very much feels as real and as full as the physical, but it is still energetic. So what is this about? I heard energetic footprint. I'm not sure what that's about. Now I'm seeing like a piece of fluff, or it kind of looks like dandelion things, the white seeds of the dandelion that you blow on to make a wish on Earth. But it didn't have the seed part, it was just the floaty part. And that kind of feels like you've already planted your seeds and they've grown into, like, we've got two images of trees here. They've already grown, they're already fully flourished. Not flourishing, flourished. And now that which has grown from the tree is floating and weaving its way into other lives, other beings, other experiences. The way I'm seeing that now is like what you have created for yourself is now having a very strong effect on others. But that's quite a what's the word? Normal way of looking at it. The way I was seeing it was like you've passed on the torch, that kind of energy. Like I saw it in such a magical way, and I really want to do justice to how I saw it. First of all, I saw it in kind of like a light pink Andromeda-y kind of energy feeling colour. But it felt like this. When I did that, when I laughed, I had an image of Sheldon from The Big Bang Theory. Not sure what that's about. Maybe if you like watching The Big Bang Theory, the next time Sheldon does something specific, that might have a message for you. Magic, passing on the torch. It's like there's something so magical about the way that, like, something that used to be a part of you, like it was in the makeup of your being, has now like grown into something that has been shed from you, and now it like landed in the lap of a child, and now they have this, like, I'm seeing it kind of like a toy or like a mystical creature or something. So though I gave those examples because from my perspective those are things that evoke wonderment and joy and magic, very childlike. And now this child this thing that came from you has now landed in this child's hand, and that is about to birth an entire story. It's about to take on a whole new form of its own, and more than anything it's about to have a really sacred connection with this new child, this new existence that has formed a bond with it. So a message there about the way that you are affecting others. Oh, they have such similar energies, don't they? Whee! Show them to the light. What's the message there? Show them to the light. And when I'm doing this now, it feels as though the energy has been drawn into them, especially with this one. It's like they're sucking in the light. When I said that, it felt like either maybe this is how someone here took it, but I saw it like it's sucking in the light, so there's not going to be any light left. But I wonder if some of you have a fear of taking up, like, of being too joyful, in a fear that other people won't have any joy left. Like that whole like monetary distribution, I don't know, something about like the world thinks that they need to distribute energy evenly, like you can't hold on to too much, and it should be all balanced. There's a message here of like, you think that being in your most alignment, your most joy, your most pleasure is hurting others, when it's kind of silly. Because we are one. Being the most within yourself, the most flourishing, the most abundant, the most loved, being the version of yourself that is the most loved, is mirroring that to the collective, that is expanding that energy of love for everyone. Infinity exists. There's never not enough. It is simply about opening to that infinity. There will always be more, and there's already more. The more delight we feel, the more delight we evoke in others. I tried to say invoke then. Invoke. And now I'm hearing the word yoke, and now that is making me think of Ice Age 3, when Sid names 3 dinosaur eggs / dinosaurs: Egbert, Shelley, and Yoko. Something about Yoko. I feel like Yoko is the one that has like the shell on his head. Even after he's a dinosaur, he like keeps the shell on his egg. I mean, the shell on his head. The shell on his egg. Yeah, it's like he wants to stay an egg. And I feel like that is the position you're in. It's like you're a fully birthed dinosaur, and yet you are holding on to the version, the limited perspective that you once had. You're keeping that shell on you, and it's for a feeling of like comfort. You don't quite feel ready yet, and that's okay. There's just an acknowledgement of that here. That maybe you don't feel quite ready to open up to that infinity, to open up to the grandness, the greatness that everything is divine. Maybe you're still stuck to mindsets that say that everything is not fine, and that there are ways in which you can live that is not in alignment, as opposed to everything being in alignment always. It's kind of just the energy of you are shifting out of the struggle mindset into the ease mindset, and that you still have some holdups around. So I feel like it's certain areas, some mindsets perhaps, that you're still a bit unsure about releasing. And that's okay. I want to emphasize that. I keep wanting to say that's okay. There's no rush. It's just the awareness of the fact that you're still resistant in that area will help it like shake itself off, because you've come to such like a stability within this rebirth self. It feels mind trail of thought gone. Now I'm looking at this card, belief. The frequency of belief supports our sense of self-worth based on our gifts and talents and a strong connection to source. Oh, I almost got it then. The thought that I had. Yeah, so this is the position you're in right now. It's like you're ready to let go completely, but like, you know, you could. Like me now, I could let go of that trail of thought, but I'm clinging to it. It's like, see how I'm even holding on this, because this is my trying to hold on to this trail of thought energetically. I don't want to lose it. There's something about that. You think that losing it... Why are you afraid? Because it opens you up to so much. It opens you up to so much. And that's okay. That's okay. We're gonna look at this one again. I'm seeing the egg. Like, this looks like a cut in half egg. So maybe that's taking me back to the Ice Age message again. Yoko. Holding that shell from the old life. Holding on to it for safety or for comfort. Okay, so given that this whole video has some energies of inner child within it, I think that aspect to your reading is that your inner child is afraid. So looking back to your childhood, to where this fear that you're currently feeling resonates with in that childhood, that could bring a lot of clarity for you. And that feels like that will be the place, or the area in which you'll be able to shed that eggshell. That's the last few tethers to the old life. Interesting. I also want to say, like, it's not necessarily something you have to do mentally, and I feel like you'll know this, but if you want to, then you can delve into it practically, logically, intentionally. But this is something that is just so natural and birthing itself. Your energy has attuned to love to the degree that attuned to love is a funny concept, but yeah, I'll continue with it. Your energy has attuned to love to such a degree that you naturally flow anyway. It's not that you would be able to hold on for much longer, or when the time comes. It could even be that it's just not the time, it's not the highest timeline. Even if it's like you're not in full alignment now, it could be that true alignment is you being not in alignment and simply being in recognition of that non-alignment, and that when it comes to time to be in true alignment, then you will become in true alignment, and thus you can understand that right now is true alignment, even if you're not in true alignment. I hope that makes sense. It made crystal clear sense to my mind then. Okay, I think that might be your reading, but I'll have a look, see if there are any other cards. There might be another card in here, maybe. I'm noticing my celery on my plate over there. There's something refreshing, cleansing, and a little finicky, I don't know, about what you're coming into or what you have come into. It's like I'm noticing the energy of celery, but also that you know how celery can have like such strings that it can sometimes like get caught in your teeth or like be hard to fully bite off. That made me think of the phrase bite off more than you can chew. So there may be messages for a few beings in that. Thank you. Felt called to say thank you then. So it could be, look at what's at the bottom of the deck. Magical. Magical. It could be that some of you are recognizing that more of what you saw as lifeless is a creature, is a being, is alive. So the actual card you got was the Seed Protection card. What am I seeing? I'm really being drawn to those two in particular. This one that looks a bit like an eye crossed with a footprint, not a footprint, but I guess footprint. Yeah, didn't I say energetic footprint before? There's something about that. Something about that. Energetic footprint. Yeah, it's like that message of handing the part of your body to that child is like leaving your footprint. The path you have walked has left footprints, and others will find them and others will see them, and they will affect the entirety of existence. Full stop. You are having life-changing effects on people, on beings, on life forms, on planetary systems. You're changing the course of reality, and that is not something that can ever be undone. Quote unquote. Quote unquote. I want to say like I say, knowing nothing about the universe. But yeah, that's what I was trying to say. This looks like a cross between an eye, a fingerprint, and a sunset / sunrise. I want to compare them. Oh, we were talking about comparison at the start. I want to compare them. Why do I want to compare them? Or what is there to compare? I feel like that is the question that you can ask yourself. What is there to compare? What is there to compare? I guess recognizing your uniqueness. I feel like recognizing your uniqueness is what will help shed the past, and the very beginning message was stepping into your power, like choosing to acknowledge your power, choosing to feel the power that you are in that uniqueness. I feel like you know the energy that is to come, or like you know the energy that you're trying to get to, but you just kind of keep circling around it a bit. Like you just can't quite see it. You can't quite see yourself or see the truth. Maybe the truth of your influence, of your footprint or fingerprint. And maybe that's the message, like you think that in order to be making an impact it needs to be footprints, because that's what's been done before. That's what you've seen with your own experience, like wow, that footprint made the real difference on that person. But maybe you haven't personally experienced seeing someone be affected by a fingerprint, and maybe your joy in life is leaving fingerprints. Maybe you walk on your hands, and so you you wonder if you're making such a shift, such an imprint. And this is just the call to question that further, to feel into that more, to feel into the truth. And I feel like it's about being open enough to see the truth. It's not that you're not able to reach the truth, it's more like that thing about your inner child. I feel like in your childhood there would have been some sort of suppression, oppression that kept you from being able to be powerful, that kept you from being able to declare that you are influential. Maybe you've had a lot of energies keep you down, keep you feeling small, insignificant, not divine, not magical, or whatever word that most resonates with like power to you, or yourself, whatever word resonates most with who you feel you are, and the sort of influence that you most resonate with leaving, most resonate with expressing. Now I'm really noticing this person's name, Jane Wallace. Now it's making me think of Wallace and Gromit. Wallace and Gromit. There's something about just how interconnected everything is, like the sheer power of everything. Because I'm seeing this in the way of like Wallace and Gromit is coming through in this reading, and that has its own power. But Wallace and Gromit is also a film / episodes. Wallace and Gromit is also an entertainment source with its own individual separate power. But then it also affects all the different beings who experience that, and that's to say every being, because in one way or another, every life force will come into contact with Wallace and Gromit. Because we are one, because we are that connected. So it's like you can't hide anymore. You can't hide and pretend that you don't affect the universe, the everything. I'm being drawn to this thing also for a while, and it's really, I want to think of another word other than powerful. There's a lot of depth to that, to those like 1, 2, 3, 4 lines. There's a lot of depth to it, and yet in similar case in your childhood, it may have been that you were taught that it didn't have a lot of depth. So this could be talking about your creations, but I feel like more than anything, I saw 4444 there, so it could definitely be about what you create. However, I do want to say it's all related back to the self. It's not necessary. It's only about what you create because it's about yourself, and the self creates, and when you create, it's always coming from yourself. And so the power in your creation is one with the power of yourself. So you can do it either way. You could see the power in yourself through seeing the power of your creation, or you can see the power of your creation through seeing the power of yourself, or neither. Yeah, I'm gonna leave your reading there. Yeah, okay, thank you for joining me. Bye bye. Namaste. I want to note for those of you who remain. When I have been getting to the end of readings, I feel like I keep going. I was talking about this slightly in the past reading, but in like the opposite way. I was saying how it's okay to stay in the reading if I want to stay in the reading, but this time it feels like it's okay to leave if I want to leave. It's not even that I like decided that it's kind of, it's a weird energy, because the way I work is more like, is it time to leave? Not do I want to leave, is it time to leave? More, I guess, like attuned to a lot of energies as opposed to just my own, or what I consider my own. So that could be a message for that for some of you. And for me, I still want to ponder. I want to ponder, when do I leave readings? Because in the past, I've had it where I've known exactly when. It's like, it even closes itself out for. It closes itself out naturally. I know when. I know when. It just, it's clear. Like, okay, that's it. And the energy like clears. I forgot that it used to do that. Because lately it hasn't. It's like everything like mingles, and I don't know why. I wonder if that just reflects where I'm at in life, in not feeling resolute. Kind of like that reading. Which would explain why I'm expressing all of this, because it resonates with some people. That this is aligning to them receiving. Like right now, I feel like there might be more messages, but just for these people. Do I just stop right now? Is the message like at some point you just need to stop? But I don't feel like it's cleared yet. That's what's like frustrating. There's a message I haven't got out yet. Eagle Mastery. You are on a spiritual journey beyond the sky. Let go of the past and soar. You are guided by the winds of spirit. Your wisdom inspires the world. See, you are guided by the winds of spirit made me feel like, yes, you're right in thinking that there's still more messages. But then the words before that felt a bit like, let go of the past and soar. Felt a bit like you should just end the reading and move on, but that's not what intuitively feels right. Higher calling line, you have within you all the courage you need. Let go of the past. And there's a lot of these cards that say let go of the past. And reclaim your majesty. You will find success and contentment by those by your side, with those by your side. Make noble choices for your life and your tribe. Mastery. We could also be, see, I'm so unsure right now. Everything feels so loose-ended and I don't like it, but that could totally just be the energy of the pile. Are there any okay, I guess I can just ask, are there any messages? That took ages to get to. I feel like that could be the message that you've needed. Like, if you are unsure, ask. If you, like, are in any sort of struggle, there's a clear solution if you truly just acknowledge the situation and then, like, wonder, okay, what do I do about this? Like, what is the truth? Like, ask. So, ask. Yeah, it's cleared. Okay, cool. That was interesting. Okay, so pile number 2. Farewell. And let's get ready for pile number 3. Ah, cleansed. need to get something else before this? I kind of feel like there might be something that wants to... Welcome in pile number 3, Amethyst pile. Amethyst sphere pile. I wonder if there's a reason why I wanted to say, / I wonder what the reason is that of why I wanted to say sphere. It's not just an amethyst crystal, it's not just an amethyst geode. Looks like a mouth. Like a Pac-Man mouth. There's something about how it's a weird way to see it, but it could be an entire sphere like this. Maybe you're seeing something that is entirely one-sided, and were you to look at the other side, you'd actually see a whole crystal. Something else, something that you deem more valuable. Something about that. And I wanted to bring for your pile this little rock. Little. In my eyes, it's big. Or in the eyes of the camera now, the perspective of it would be big because it's right up against the camera. Wow, look, I can change the size of things. Small, big, magic. Okay. Let's get some Shadowscapes tarot cards to begin with. Sacred spaces within your mind could be significant, or the dream realm. That could be the message with this. It's like the thing that you're not seeing is within your dreams. Like there are gems within your dreams, like the messages that you're getting within your dreams could be significant. I feel called to say bodies of water also could be significant, especially very moving ones. I want to hold it up again. Yeah, okay, that's why, because the back is like plain rock, but then you turn it around, it's like the exact same thing. Plain and colour. So it could have something to do with colour, in particular purple, because this deck is also purple. And same thing with decks in and of themselves. Like, there's so much difference on the front of them, and yet the back are all the same. Well, that's a very clear message, but I don't understand it, which even emphasizes that this could be about dream realm or simply other realms. It doesn't necessarily have to be dreams. Like, I'm sure there are lots of creatures who don't dream, but they do extend their consciousnesses to different realms, to different, I heard wavelengths, to different frequencies, and tapping into that different frequency could provide a lot of clarity on the frequency that you resonate most with, most consider to be home or your natural state of being, or most common state of being, or the one you consider to be your waking life, because you recognize that everything, all these different states of beings are just mirrors of each other, so understanding a different wavelength could help you understand your normal wavelength. Are we gonna get a card? No, that was the message. Okay. It took a while for me to realize that there need not be more cards. Any cards come from that. Which again feels like Dream Realm, my experience of Dream Realm, in that it might take a while for you to understand something. Okay, there could have been a dream or an experience in another frequency wavelength that you experienced a long time ago, perhaps childhood, because this reading is talking a lot about the inner child in some form. It could be as a child you had a particular experience that you still remember on these different wavelengths, for example, dream realm. And it could be that now you're ready to understand the meaning of it and what it reflected in your life back then. And the fact that it's being brought to your awareness now would suggest that it has a mirroring effect, a mirroring resonance to your current reality too. So it's something that happened in your childhood, in waking normal life, that was mirrored in your dream life, and that you still haven't let go of that core something, and that is able to be mirrored. I hope that made sense. Okay, are there more messages? Let's get Sacred Sea Oracle cards, or card singular. So it could really just be a single dream that you had that sticks out from the rest. Or single experience. It could also be past lives, but it doesn't feel so on that wavelength of the way that I personally perceive past lives to be at. That word, past lives, at least. Yeah, it could feel like a past life, but it wasn't. And we're just going by how you currently perceive past lives, that phrase. Okay. I don't think any cards want to come out. No, okay. Okay. I did already get the message from me picking it up and saying cards or card singular, and that's what brought the previous message in. Okay. What else do we have for pile number 3? Do you want to tell us the meaning? I'm noticing that I'm bringing things from across my room. So this rock painted thing came from over there, and I brought a feather, and this usually lives over there, and this sometimes moves around. There could have been a lot of movement in your childhood, whether that, for some of you, that you physically moved a lot and that caused you a lot of trauma, and this particular dream, quote-unquote dream you had, was reflective of the trauma you felt in being constantly on the move, or maybe a specific type of movement. It could have also been that you were there was a lot of movement within a stationary space, so you might not consider it as movement, but it's like there wasn't stability. There could have been a lot of chaotic energy in your childhood. How do we want to see this? The way you naturally would have experienced life was not available to you, and that was, well, traumatizing. That was difficult for you, and for you to be able to live in the way that is most natural to you now, you're being called to look at how you weren't able to experience that then, and therefore you're still not experiencing that now. It's just seeing the way in which it plays out. Everything about shifting yourself to your ideal is just about becoming aware of what currently is. It's simply about being able to see the ideal, and the reason why we often can't see the ideal is because we're not seeing the present, we're not seeing how we're not in the ideal. So it's again with mirroring energy of, you can understand one thing through understanding the other. So you can understand how you can understand how to be in your ideal by understanding how you're not in your ideal. Or what isn't your ideal will highlight what is your ideal. So if this dream experience was traumatizing, you can see what the opposite of traumatizing would be for you. Why am I stroking the feather too? Like, peaceful nights, you didn't get peaceful nights, or you're not getting peaceful nights because you weren't able to as a child or as a young one. Feather. It's so comforting. It's so comforting and gentle. And it feels like I'd want to soothe the child to sleep with this. Maybe you didn't get that. Maybe what your ideal is being more nurtured and having more support around you. Maybe you want more external beings to be around you, to hold you in a safe space, to comfort you. Maybe that's not something you got. An unconditional sort of love. Unconditional meaning no matter what you were experiencing, that was okay and you would still feel loved. Maybe you had a very particular childhood, or like compared to many children perhaps, you had a specific something. Or maybe it wasn't even compared to other children, but compared to your parents or your family, you had something in particular that you weren't supported with because it wasn't seen, it wasn't understood by your family, by those around you, by those which you desired to be loved and cared for by. I'm noticing how I felt like it got softer at the top of the feather. So I guess for some of you it's like you didn't feel safe in your physical reality or your more primary reality, so you escaped. It was gentler, it was easier. You felt more nurturance, you felt your love in higher planes or by yourself, or something about not having the stability that you needed to feel loved, to be reflected the love that you are to you. Okay, that's it for the feather. Interesting. And now the rose quartz, not rose quartz, the rose, desert rose, the desert rose. Desert rose. Some of you could have been abandoned also, if not physically, like emotionally, mentally, other ways, spiritually. I kind of sense for a lot of you it could be spiritually abandoned. Like some of you could have had connections to maybe you were more open to other realms or experiences and that wasn't supported, like and wasn't understood, but there's something about you needing extra care. It's like within the realm that you exist in, there would have required from your parents more. They would have required, or at least in their eyes, it was like you were asking for more from them, and they placed onto you an idea that that was burdensome, as opposed to that unconditional love. They had a love for you that was conditional, of you requiring only so much from them, or you being a certain kind of being that needs particular that has particular needs, as opposed to you being yourself having the needs that you have. They wanted you to be someone else that had different needs, that only had a select number of needs, or only had particular needs. Desert. I keep getting the image of a very sensitive child. Like, you might have been more emotional as a child, and this would have been very young that it I was gonna say that it began. So maybe something happened in childhood in particular, or at least what will help you connect with this energetic experience in order to feel into your present experience is some sort of happening within your earlier experience. How do you need love and nurturance that you're not getting, that you didn't get as a child? What do you wish that you had? What did you need? What do you need now? For some of you, you need to cry, and it's not as like blatant as that. It's not as like purely simple as that. It's the ability to feel and be the way you are. You want to be okay as yourself, as all of yourself, and quite likely that is the sensitive self you are. Maybe some would consider you as delicate. Maybe you consider yourself as delicate. Or maybe for some of you, if you saw yourself in a truer light, you would see yourself as truly delicate, in a way that you would want to care for yourself. Yeah. Kind of like a classic love energy, like that word love. And by classic, I kind of mean a humanly. No, I don't. Classic, okay. Classic is the descriptive word that wants to come. Desert rose has a lot of kind of spikes coming off, but they're not harsh spikes. They're all like waves. It's all clustered together, and the more they grow from being small to larger, more expanded, they all grow together, and they form these beautiful rose shapes. They form like whole colonies. A being, but multiple beings. What does that mean? I also want to note that this has been broken off from its roots. Like, this isn't where it belongs, or where it did belong. Maybe it doesn't belong there anymore, but it used to. I saw 1111. It used to belong there. I think you were prematurely cut off from your foundation, from what was supposed to be feeding you, because in actuality it wasn't feeding you, or it was feeding you but you were cut off early when you shouldn't have been cut off early. Some of you might have heavy like Capricorn or Saturn, like you had to grow up quickly, you had to be more serious early on, you had to, or maybe you have like strong Mercury maybe, or something to do, something that gave you the ability to be more of an authority figure for yourself, more of, or maybe it's even like heavier feminines, in that you had to be that feminine for yourself. So I can see it going either way, of like, you could be overly nurturing because you had to be the sole nurturer of yourself, or it could be that you could be overly unemotional because you were taught that you couldn't be emotional and you needed to you couldn't be that. You couldn't be that. Okay. A web or dust. Something like stuck within you. It's this wound, it's still painful. There's something that's still painful. And maybe it's something that you've acknowledged for a long time, like this experience or this dream. It could have been something that you remembered for a long time and it caused you pain to think of, or like you just recognized that it was a painful experience. But maybe you didn't quite recognize where it came from or where it was leading to. Like you either didn't recognize, or this could be both, that there was a reason that it happened for a reason, or it happened for a reason, not happened, it happened for a reason, but also it is still remembered for a reason too. Like past and future. Yeah. So I would call you to go on a feeling journey into this. I think that breathing could be, or cycling your energy through your body in whatever form that takes for you as a being, that could be very healing for you. Becoming aware of that which is. It's becoming, there's a call to become aware of this experience and the effect that it has on you and had on you, while also maintaining this sense of self that you've come into. Not losing yourself into the experience, but also allowing it to be there with yourself. Okay, so that is your reading. Pile number 2. Wonderful, beautiful, loving pile number 3. In fact, not pile number 2, number 3. Yes. Okay, I'll leave your reading there. Bye! Pile number 4. Drink. Oh, and okay, that's why. That's why I need to put these away. Ooh, okay, I'm feeling pile number 4. Wow. Welcome in, pile number 4, the Labradorite. We're gonna call him an oval, even though he's not fully oval. He's like the sneaky one. He's like, this was the pure shape that I wanted to select crystals for in this reading. This was like, it got like squished into an egg, and then this was like rounded into a sphere, and yours is like, he got slapped and squashed into a flat oval. I also felt drawn to bringing clear quartz and another Labradorite in the form of a little cute little dude turtle or tortoise. I don't know which one it is. Okay, I'm very excited for your reading. There's something electric here. We're gonna get straight into the cards. 44 and a hair. Lots of energies coming through. There's a lightness, an excitability, trails. I feel like your mind could be leading you to some special places. That's what I want to say. Wow, yeah, look at that. That's a lot of energy. That's a very full card. I guess I cut it to try and like show you the difference in like another card so you can see the fullness of it. This does feel a lot gentler, and this is like wah, 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 wah. But this one also is very full. Yeah, this is so full. This is, of all the cards to choose, you're like, you are somewhere. I almost wanted to say you're going somewhere, but it's not like that. It's like you're somewhere already. Your spirit, your soul, the way that you naturally exist is so spicy. And the actual card you got was this beautiful heart. 2 beautiful hearts. You can see these like spikiness parts on the sides. So electric. Passionate. Is there like a passionate love here of some kind? There's such a gentleness, and yet I had extravagance or potency, playing, all you wanted. It feels like that. All you wanted. Magnetizing. There's something really magnetic about this energy. What do I want to say about it? What do I want to say about it? Let's get some cards. I kind of want to get my other deck. My Tiny in the Works deck. So we'll use the Spirit of the Animals in a moment. But for now, I have Tiny beginning deck. Any cards that are tiny, little cute. Yeah, something's beginning, but it's already like, I already want to use this deck, but it's only in the beginning stages. There's something about that. Something is begun, but it is already its own deck. It's like, this is already complete. It's already, you've already found something whole, and yet it is new. Like, you might be meeting someone new. Like, the thing that you're meeting is whole, and yet the relationship is new. Or maybe we can flip-flop that. Maybe you're meeting something new, and yet the relationship is whole. So it could be that you're birthing a child, like the child is new, and yet the relationship has already been developed because it's been growing in you. If that is, you are that. But Vega. So Vega could be significant for you. I'm seeing the flowers, and this kind of, this energy is very similar. Like the top part of the Vega card and the heart of the primary card, very, very similar. Could be some sort of energy around the chest, or more around the shoulders. Something about shoulders. Maybe if this is someone new coming into your life, you'll recognize them by their shoulders. Maybe, or maybe they have shoulders. Maybe you're a species that don't have shoulders, but this being has shoulders. That's how you'll have like that synchronistic knowing, like, that's them, is it? They have shoulders. Or it could be like they have unique shoulders. Now I'm imagining someone getting a dog, and they getting a dog, such a weird way to look at it, but forming a new relationship with an Inu dog. They could have like, I saw the dog with like a patch on their shoulder. It's like they were a black Labrador, but they had like a brown patch on their shoulder. Oh, something could be significant about me wearing a brown hoodie with butterflies. Could be. Raccoon. Oh, and raccoon, this is a brown card. Raccoon, this is, Oh, when I said the other day about this deck, like my favorite 2 cards were these 2. I forgot about the raccoon. So if you're from that pile, like the truth is that raccoon is my favorite card. Orca is my favorite. Oh, but raccoons. Okay. What is the purpose of that? Is that there's something that is going to be your favorite? That is it coming in, or are we talking about the thing that is your favorite? Let's get a card for that. And I want to use. I'm very excitable in this moment with you. This is your energy. I'm using the Archangel animals and dragons on my sushi box. Sushi rice box. So what was the question I was asking? Is this someone coming in, or someone something this is something about something you love and is going to be your favorite coming in, or we're just talking about that thing already, like it's already in your life? All this similar cards are coming out in like the readings as of late, so I wonder if just like a lot of the same people are watching those videos in the same energies. Fire and water dragon enables your life to flow with loving force. And what is the meaning of me expressing that? Because I've had that realization over and over again, but I've never expressed that. Or I have like a couple times. The same energy. So you may already know this energy or being. They may already be in your life. Or there's certainly reoccurring synchronicities about them, or you knew them in another form and now you're knowing them in another form. Enables your life to flow with loving force. Prepare for change, to move forwards quickly. Expect the unexpected, have fun. That is such this energy. Such this energy. So playful, so energizing, so moving. Yes. So that makes me feel like it's not here yet, because it's literally saying change. You can swap all the messages that I'm gonna say as if talking about them already being here, but I'm gonna relay this message as if this is a new being coming into your life. You are forming a new bond with someone, something. I'm gonna say someone from here on, probably. So at the back is Magenta Dragon. Enables you to bring forward your soul wisdom. Awaken your soul memories. Yeah, so the message of like me being so unsure, like, is this already in your life or is it to come? Twofold, but mainly firstfold, which is you just know them from other lives. Your current mind has forgotten them to an extent, but your soul remembers them fully. What was that bird? Okay, why did I feel the need to like chase after the bird? So it could be something that you have been following the trails of, like you've been chasing after them, or you want to chase after them, or they want to chase after you. I know, I feel like we're talking about you. Maybe both. Okay. And then the second fold, so the first fold was that that you just know them from other lives, but the other interpretation of whatever it is I was saying before was that they could be coming in really soon. That is why I was saying the thing that I was saying, which I have no clue what it was, but the message still stands. The wolf on this cover is staring at me. I just felt like woofing back to him. Notice how I said back. This being that you're about to connect with may have been sending you messages, or you may have been hearing from them already. Like you're ready now to woof back, you're ready to reply, or you're ready to create together now. I'm looking at the inventor again. Oh, also, I don't think I showed you, and I didn't really notice. The back of the deck is otter, which is happiness. Which again is just this energy. Joy. Be the master of playful living. Release expectations and enjoy every day. Let worry go and instead choose love. Surrender to the waves. Your good destiny of love is sure. Yeah. Your good destiny of love is sure. Ugh, that's adorable. Just like, should I just hold that image up the entire reading? It's so cute. And so is that. I feel like this is how you'll feel about this new connection. Like, you won't be able to get enough of it. Or you'll find this other being very adorable or cute. Just like you could stare at them forever. And it's not in like a detail-oriented way. It's just like a very abstract, like the energy of them. Because there's no one part of this that I'm looking at. I'm almost not looking at it. I'm just like sensing it, feeling it, like knowing it. Yeah, very, very abstract. I feel like your perspective on life is very, what do I want to say? It's like you have a wide net. Like you have big arms. Decide on what you really want. You have the ingenuity to claim it. Avoid being the trickster and practice integrity. You have many roles and can juggle them well. What more? Tell me more about what this reading is about. Like, why are you here? Because this feels very intuitive. I didn't even say that. It feels like you already know. Like, I did say that that soul, the magenta card. It's like you already know them. You already feel them. Or maybe you don't sense them coming in, but as soon as the connection begins, you'll feel at home or at peace, or you'll feel the sense of ease. There doesn't seem to be anything like that, oh, you should bear this in mind. It just feels quite natural, and the word lively came to mind. Whee! You might like to do a lot together. We have rabbit. Recognize your significance. Archangel Gabriel. Or Gabriel. I think it's Gabriel. That's the way I think of him. Unicorn. We're gonna get a unicorn card now. And at the back is green. Water dragon. Helps you flow easily around obstacles. Yeah, it's like, I feel like even if obstacles do come, they won't appear to be obstacles because you can just flow around them. They're more like play areas, more like an obstacle course. I'm being reminded of when I was younger, in like a few houses ago, there was a walk that I loved as a kid. Called me and my brother named it the obstacle course walk. Did we name it that? Saying it now, it's like it doesn't have the same ring that it did as a child. So I'm pondering if that's really what we called it. Anyway, it was in the woods, and there were just loads of like exercise kind of like poles and stuff, and it was like labeled from like 1 to whatever, like you it was like a whole adventure trail. And this card even is in the woods, so there could be something about the woods. Maybe your love is in the woods. Maybe you're meeting a tree. Maybe the tree is the new relationship. Maybe the woods itself is the new relationship. Or maybe a flower. Maybe a key. Maybe the key the woods is the key to your love. Or a tree or wildlife. Green. Maybe green is the key to your pink. Guan Ying's pink dragon brings firm love that resets your karmic balance. Yeah, it's like this isn't something, yeah, there's no lessons or obstacles surrounding. This is not like, this isn't a connection that is in order to show you something about yourself. It's more like this is something to express someone to express yourself with, like just so playful. It's just about moving through life with. There's something so Venusian and beautiful about it. Yeah, as opposed to Saturnic. It's very, I want to say relaxed, but relaxed on a very deep level, or a very like molecular level. Like it may not be the, relaxed as a word may not be the first word you'd say to describe this connection, but when you take a step back you'd see like, oh wow, it's so relaxed without even being so in your face. Like it doesn't make, like, you're not like laying around everywhere and that's like clearly like, oh, that's relaxed. It's an undercurrent. You could be laying around everywhere, I'm not saying not, just the undercurrent energy. See all your cords dissolved by transcendent love. Enjoy your freedom. Look for the divine around you. Yeah, freedom. Freedom. Petals. Lots of like flowing energies. Lots of flow. Maybe you felt stagnant for a while, or maybe there's something significant about the fact that this is flowing, which would imply that there was something unflowing before about either your connections or your life. Like there's a reason why I'm bringing up flow. So green dragon helps you tune into the secrets of nature. Receive answers and guidance from nature. Align with your divine essence. This feels like two beings coming together that have already found their divine essence. I feel like this connection trigger your significance in that you see that you two are connected, and you see the significance in them to such that it reawakens or awakens your own vision of yourself. Like a reminder of like, wow, I am significant, because you see the unity of you and this other being, and you, what was the rest of that sentence? And so you see the significance in yourself. Why did I lose my train of thought there? A tiny message is like, this being could create a lot of change within yourself in a way that you weren't expecting. It could kind of take you to parts of yourselves that you aren't usually going to. It feels like very natural parts of yourself, but maybe you'd forgotten that they were parts of yourself. Or you or you knew that they were parts of yourself, but you just didn't have the branch. You didn't have the stepping stone to catch that butterfly. You knew that these aspects of self, for example, play, you knew you were a playful being, but you weren't able to play for some reason. Now I'm noticing the butterfly on my arm as well as the butterfly on the card. Actually, I'll say the first message before. What was I trying to say? You may have needed to become a new self in order to meet this being. Like, it may be happening at a very significant time in your life. It may have been like with Tortoise, that you had to travel far and wide across the globe It's like you began at home, which is where you first connected to this being on the soul level, and then you went around the world through the ocean, and then when it was time and the cycle had come to an end, you were back at the beach again, and that's where you met them after spiraling into a new form of that home, of that beach, of that origin, and that's where you meet. With clear quartz, it is like once you're at your clean slate, the clean slate was the criteria for meeting them. That's kind of cool. Wisp, willow, the wisp of the willow. Wind in the willows, those could be significant. Games could be significant. I heard board games, but I was trying to say video games in particular, so maybe both, either. Dungeons and Dragons is coming to mind. That's come to mind a couple times in readings, but I've never played. So the butterfly, there's something about the butterfly that I was trying to get to before, in that the butterfly was like your joy, but you were a raccoon on the ground, but it was your ingenuity as a raccoon with that mind that got you to climb up the tree, and you found a branch to climb to that enabled you to then catch the butterfly, which was your joy. I like that analogy. I hope it made sense to you. Yeah, so there's a congratulations of sorts there, of like, or an acknowledgement more like that, yes, it was you who claimed your joy, it was you who brought yourself to your clean slate and back to your home, which is aligning you with this new being, new relationship, new connection, new, very adventurous, full, playful, very full experience of life. Interestingly, I don't feel like pointing anything out about this card. There's like a lot of different things going on, but there's no one of them that I want to make more prevalent than the others. But I do want to express how in this moment I really, really love it. It's connecting me with my own joys, which is to say for you that this whole experience that you are coming into is a connection to your own joy. Like joy, connect with that word joy. What is that to you? And I'm not even saying like what does that physically mean, or in your paradigm what does that express itself. Like, I'm not saying that. I'm just saying like the word joy. What is joy? What is it? Is it something you want? Is it something you have? Is it something your feeling is present, or your feeling is present in the direction you're heading in, or from your past? Like just joy. Just I said a lot of things then which I feel like were relevant still. And the message there is that your mind may try and prove something, or make you may be trying to find more reasons why this connection is okay, or more reasons why you may be trying to like search for your joy, as opposed to simply acknowledging that you are already in joy. You may feel like you need to like somehow prove your joy, but it's okay for you to relaxedly be joyful. It's okay to allow the energies to just flow through you, because they are doing just that, flowing through you. There's no need to like grab the joy and be like, oh yes, this is bringing me a lot of joy, I should like fixate on that. It's like, no, it's coming through you. Allow it to just do its thing and experience that. Yeah. So that's pretty cool. Joy. Joy ga joy. Gintama. the anime could be significant / manga. And we have butterfly rebirth at the back. Butterflies could be significant. Maybe you'll see a lot of butterfly synchronicity surrounds this connection, or surrounds the self that is this connection. What else? It's just gonna land in the palm of your hand. I was just seeing the butterfly landing on that flower. Cool, that's it. That's your message. I'm gonna leave that up at the end. So, pile number 4. What pile were you? Ah, yes. The Labradorite. Cool. Cool, cool, cool.